What's up, everybody? It's Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. This video, let me apologize first that I'm not able to be as active on YouTube right now because y'all want an update. So here's the update. That is what I'm faced with, people. All right, I've printed out over a ream of paper already. All right, and I've read every page of it, and I'm preparing arguments for it. And right here is the file with my motions, all right? And this is my statement of objections. I seen somebody filed that in the docket. I don't appreciate that. You copied directly every single word and put it, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll be able to use it. Don't worry. But the point is, I've been making that. I've got my motion to intervene I'm working on, and I've got my proposed settlement that I'm working on. Now, in all of that, over reading all of these close to 700 pages of legal work, I did see this section right here that I see YouTubers talking about, okay? And I understand how there are some YouTubers who don't know no better. All right, and they may have only seen another YouTuber do a video about this, but let me get it straight, people. What's being said about this section is completely wrong. Okay, it's being misunderstood. It's being misinterpreted. All right, and if you understand, good God, what this paragraph means in this lawsuit, it's amazing. Now, I'm fixing to break it down to you, and then when I do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop, and I'm going to review a video that I did 4 months ago. 4 months ago, talking about this going on. And then I did one 6 months ago, and I said, you know what? They've got themselves in a trap. And here's how it's laid out, and I showed you, and I'm going to review that video with you and let you see what I said 6 months ago. What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to explain the end, if you will, what the end goal is of APE, because see, nobody's went that far yet. All right, all they can see is the present, and they can't see what the future of APE holds. Now, shout out to Kevin Wrights. He joined our Discord yesterday or today. He jumped right in. He went straight to the Clubhouse chat and started introducing himself and chatting with different people. He went over to the discussions for AMC, APE, and Highcroft, and he started leaving questions that he had. And I left a comment, and I told him, I said, man, I like the way you think. You think outside the box. Then his next question, I said, man, I'm really starting to like this guy. Then his third question was about APE. And he said, what will happen when Adam Aaron tries to convert APE back into AMC? And I said, now, you know, nobody's gotten that far ahead in the strategy, but I'll make a video about it. And so what I've come up with was, how do you put a square peg in a round hole? Answer, you can't. But that's exactly what's going to happen whenever they try to merge APE back into AMC. A square peg trying to fit into a round hole. Let me show you another way of looking at it. All right, right here we see AMC is the blue bubbles, okay? And 516 million APE shares were created. They're the blue bubbles. But now you remember whenever there was all kind of fuckery going on and overseas couldn't get their shares and people were complaining that they weren't getting delivered for 7 days and so forth. And during all that time, they created these red apes, okay? Now, the blue apes are the original AMC shares when they split and they came over here And the red apes are the shares that they've had to create since the beginning of APE to continue to short us down like this. Since we opened. It's just pathetic. But on the same hand, remember that they are creating these red apes. Not to be confused with the 516 million real AMC preferred equity units. These are the red apes. Now, going back to our diagram, when AMC and APE try to merge, there's going to be a shitload of APE still left trying to merge into AMC, and people are going to want to know, how are there still shareholders when we've converted them all? Now let's stay on the same page here, okay? And in the present time. Someone asked me 6 months ago, how did I think this would end with APE? What would happen if they tried to convert it? And I told them then it could not happen. And I told them why. I said, here's why. You're going to get short sellers into this play. Okay, and they're going to get over leveraged in it, and at any moment Adam Aaron could call for a conversion, and when they do, it will cause a squeeze of APE. Why? Because there's so many out there that's not supposed to be. The ones that are right now, the 900 and whatever million shares that there are will be a rush to get those shares because the conversion will happen. That's what I told y'all would happen 6 months ago. Now, let's take a look at this document with that understanding, and you will see exactly what's going on here. It's not a conspiracy. All right? AMC and Citigroup considered plans for a potential rights offering that would allow investors to buy common stock equivalent that could eventually convert into common stock. By February 22nd, Citigroup proposed that AMC could call the rights at AMC Preferred Equity Units APEs. Now, I seen that's where a lot of people started freaking out. Oh, Citigroup conspired with AMC. They're the ones that come up. I don't give a fuck who come up with the name. All right? It was Citigroup. Okay, it was Citigroup. Van Zandt expounded upon this proposal at the board meeting held on February 17, 2023. Now, here's what's going on in context. AMC shareholders refuse to let AMC increase the float of AMC. All right. He knows he can't get the votes he needs, whatever the case may be. He's decided not to go through with it. All right. But they need money, and they need money now, according to the story. Okay. So, Citigroup come up with a plan and said, how about this? We can make AMC shareholders happy and we can raise money at the same time. Understand this perspective, people, because it's important. Citigroup's mindset here, according to the documents, according to the context of it, Citigroup is looking at the situation and says, look, your shareholders will not approve an increase in the float diluting their stock right now. They said right now is not a good time. And Adam Aaron says yes. All right. And they said, well, we got a plan that could help you. Here it is. You can sell the equivalent of an AMC share, and you can raise capital now. And you don't have to worry, and the shareholders don't have to worry about dilution right now. Now, it'll come in the future. It's what he's telling them right here. All right. Van Zandt explained the company was short on common shares, but had 50 million shares of preferred stock, which might be used to raise cash. Company plans to offer the preferred shares to retail stockholders based through a rights offering, which is common in Europe, but less so in the U.S. One AMC preferred unit would convert into 1 share of common stock subject to shareholders' authorization. Stop. Do you see what he just said? The plan is, You can raise capital now, all right, and worry about dilution later. Your shareholders can decide that when the time comes to convert it back into AMC, when shareholders feel it's okay to raise the float, then we can convert. Now, that's what's really going on, people. I mean, it's not a conspiracy. They needed capital. They started APE because we would not increase the float. Therefore, we don't have to worry about increasing the float today. All right? We can raise money today, put the dilution off. Cool. Everybody's happy with that. Now, or you would be if you didn't know the end of the story, but you don't know the end of the story. The rights are dilutive, so the shareholders are incentivized to buy the shares to avoid dilution. All right? If you don't want dilution of AMC in the future, then buy APE now, is what they're saying. Because once APE is converted back into AMC, it's an AMC share. So you can avoid the dilution by buying APE now. And when it's converted, it's not really a dilutive situation because shareholders had the opportunity to buy it. That's what they're saying. You're giving shareholders an opportunity to help the company out right now, and later on they can put the shares back. It's actually a good plan. All right? Then he says, review the decision tree each shareholder would process. He explained that short sellers would need to deliver the right to shareholders from whom they borrowed their shares, which would create demand and put pressure on short sellers. Now, see, I seen some of the YouTubers, and maybe they were just so excited when they seen some of these trigger words that triggers their anger. But you missed the part where he just warned them that if they proceeded with creating APE, it could possibly cause a short squeeze. He tells them that right there. He says, okay, here's the benefit of it. You can raise capital now. Your shareholders can decide later into the future when they want to put the shares back in there and be finished with it. All right? It's a win-win for both AMC and AMC shareholders. And he says, but there'll come a time when Adam Aaron says convert, and they're not going to have the shares of APE. And it's going to cause a rush demand, just like I just showed you in my video 6 months ago. He said there's going to be a rush to get the shares, all right, and it's going to cause a short squeeze. He warns them of that right here. And Adam Aaron and the board says, you know what, fuck the shorts. Let's do it. And they created APE. We'll deal, just like they told us though, we'll deal with the dilution later. They'll deal with the shorts later too. And they're going to help the shorts out later. Look at my next video.
There's a lot of puff, crazy ass people out there that make up their own narratives. People like the paranoid conspiracy theory people, they go a little bit nutso and make up their own narrative.
You know I'm gonna feed them if you're coming for me. Hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for.
What's up, everybody? It's Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. Puff, pass, bitches. I told y'all last night what was about to happen. As a refresher, real quick, I did this video right here. Enough. I contacted AMC myself. All right. And in this video, I shared with everybody this email that I mailed to John Merriweather, Vice President of Investor Relations. And I shared with everybody that I asked him, would it be possible for him or Adam Aaron to clarify for us? And I was wanting to get him on the show, but I wanted some clarification. There was too much confusion over this APE. And as you can see right here, the timestamp is at 3:21 a.m. And after I wrote this letter, I made this video. And then I uploaded this video. APE share conversion and what it means to us. Alright? Now, in this one, I told y'all, this is how they're fixing to do it. They're fixing to do a reverse stock split. And I explained it to y'all, and I explained it to my Discord last night at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 hours before the press release. Now back over here on our forum, let's take a look and let me explain again that at this point, where everybody's pointing and hollering, conspiracy, conspiracy, there's another conspiracy here. The conspiracy comes after, alright? The conspiracy comes with, let's do it anyway, and we'll deal with the shorts later. The conspiracy comes in with the reverse stock split, alright? And you got to understand the story and how it's playing out if you're going to figure this shit out, people. And just like I told y'all 4 months and 6 months ago, I'm telling you now, I know how this is going to end. I've got my motion, my statement of objections, my motions to intervene, and my proposed settlement that I'm working on. And my proposed settlement is going to make AMC shareholders happy, APE shareholders happy, AMC's going to be happy, Allegheny's going to be happy. The lawyers who we plan on paying $20 million for this fucking settlement, they're going to be happy too, even though I've done all the fucking work for them. Everybody's going to be happy. So just relax. If you don't hear from me in the day, or you don't see me making all them videos, it's because I'm actually reading these documents and trying to process them, and don't have time to do a video, people. That's why this one's so long, and I'm sorry. But with that, just know one thing. I am doing everything I can to stop this reverse stock split. I'm trying to keep her from lifting this status quo because it's the reverse stock split that harms us. And I prove it in my lawsuit, and I'll be ready to make a video on it all pretty soon. But I can't right now. Right now, all I ask you is trust me. Love you. I'm on the job. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next video.